All right, we're back. We're back to the Stellium Adventures podcast. Today is Sunday. We were going to do it on Saturday, but some things changed. And, we're both mutable signs, right? So we can change. We don't have to do it every Saturday.
We don't.
Like, we can do it any day, really.
But probably Saturday.
Yeah, probably Saturday.
Probably Saturday.
Sunday. I learned that each day relates to a certain planet, right?
It's true.
Right? So it's like Sunday. Today's the day of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's just what we're doing. And the sun is in Gemini right now.
Right now. We should pull up the chart for today.
Let's do it.
Let's get that sucker on deck.
Let's do it. Let's pull up the chart. Oh, but before we do that, just in case it's your first time tuning in, this is the Stellium Adventures podcast. This is what we do, me and Josie. We just have conversations. We just start rambling. We just start talking. This is the Stellium Adventures podcast, where we are bridging the gap for the conscious entrepreneur. We talk about astrology. We talk about wellness. Eventually, we're going to start talking about some more financial stuff. That's more my specialty. Mm-hmm. I'm also studying astrology. But Josie here, aka Raw Ascension, she is the true blue astrologer, over 2 decades of experience, raw food specialist, wellness healing specialist, and just overall good person. She's a businesswoman too, great friend. She's one of my best friends out here in Arizona. I'm Marvin, Money Marv. I have a tax business. I'm a software engineer. I'm an investor, and a student of astrology, studying financial astrology specifically, but I love the field of astrology and the science of it. So we started this podcast just so we could basically have our own platform where we could share ideas and ramble, talk shit.
Yep.
Be petty.
Little bit of petty party.
Things like that.
Action.
So we're going to get into it. Last time we went through each sign and we broke it down. Like, we broke down each sign as far as, like, how to holler at somebody, like,
we did,
of a certain sun sign, and
how not to, the do's and don'ts, right, of hollering at the sun signs.
Right. Today,
highly generalized, and petty,
right,
but it was fun.
Right. Pretty much everything we do has a flavor of pettiness to it. A little bit,
at least on this platform. That's what we've decided to give ourselves, a little gift of petty platform here. So
we should have called it the Petty Podcast.
The Petty Podcast.
I'm sure that's already taken, though.
It probably is. It's too good.
Yeah, it's too good not to be taken.
And again, if you're not petty, that doesn't mean you can't join us for this adventure. You can maybe just enjoy feeling good about yourself that you're not. Yeah. And for those of you that enjoy, join us.
Yeah. So our content actually got a lot of views and engagement, and we took a poll, and the people have spoken. They want to see a roast.
They do.
They want us to roast the signs.
I actually had some people reach out to me directly and request me to specifically roast them, directly. Oh yeah, didn't somebody say, "Please roast me. I need it for my growth"? They did. They did say that. I told you people. It was really special. People want to be mad. They want to be mad. It's for character development, right? And also, it's hysterical.
It is funny.
So, I love it. We're both Sagittarius, and I feel like if there's a joke just sitting there, we're gonna have to tell it. Yeah. It can't just sit in the air. Right. And we're gonna laugh. And we're gonna laugh way too hard at it. We will, and it's okay if you don't laugh at our jokes, actually, because we didn't even tell them necessarily for you to laugh. Like, we just wanted to hear it so that we could laugh, because it's funny, even if we just think it's funny. Right. It's still funny. It is. As long as I'm laughing, that's really all that matters to me. Sometimes people are like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" I'm like, "Oh man, funny. You just don't understand." You just don't. But yeah, the people want to roast, which I'm happy about, because I love when Josie roasts signs, especially when it comes from a personal place. Like when she's going through something with somebody of a certain sign flavor. Well, that does happen sometimes. And oh man, it's the best. So. Well, it's really fun. It's fun. I've been a student of astrology for 23 years, and I've had the honor of being able to work professionally with people across the table, one-on-one chart readings for business owners, individuals, families, and in that space, I am objective, and I really have absorbed what my teachers have been, beating into me for so long, that there's no bad placements, there's no bad signs, there's no doom or gloom. There are challenges, but even in the challenges, there are some of the most productive experiences that come from that. And so I love this platform because it gives me a chance to just have some fun with the archetypes of astrology, and throws it back to astro chats for me when we can just kind of have fun and play around roasting the archetypes a little bit, because we all need to be roasted. We all deserve to have that moment of, oh yeah, I do that. That is me.
Yep.
So we're going to do that.
That's a super fact. Cool. Oh, I'm so excited. So we're going to do the roast. We're going to save that for the end.
We will.
There's a few things that I want to touch on before we do that. First, I want to get into the transits from the perspective of where we are over here in Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the transits a little bit and see, what Jozie thinks about that. And then I have a few Money Marv questions to ask about just certain archetypes and things of that nature that have come to mind this week, and let's see what she thinks about that.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful day. I mean, the sun is at 17 degrees Gemini on this beautiful sunny Sunday, right? In Phoenix. Well, we're in Tempe.
Yeah.
We're in Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tempe.
Right? Shout out to Tempe.
Pretty awesome, actually.
I love it Tempe so much more than Phoenix. No offense to Phoenix,
so
but
nice. There's water close, you guys.
Yeah.
It's nice. But it is really, we're progressing through Gemini season, so to speak, and we just had we have some movement going on in, let's see, isn't Mars? Yeah, that is, there's always something going on every day. It's amazing. It just depends on the context that you're looking for. Like, what do you want to apply it to? It's all there. It's all in the numbers.
Yeah. And so my question for you is, what is all this Aries energy doing to us right now? Like, there's all these planets in Aries. We got Chiron, we got Saturn. How is Aries and Gemini playing right now?
Yeah, well, how does fire and air play together?
Yeah. So when you blow air on fire, it usually exacerbates the fire. It makes it bigger, makes it better.
Yep. There are occasions where wind, where air can put fire out, but it's very rare. It's usually the opposite. It is usually the fuel. It is the fuel for fire. And so elementally, Aries and Gemini play really, really well together. Those are the elements behind the signs, right? But then you have the planetary influences as well. The sun being in Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, playing with all of this Mars energy. And why do I say Mars? Because Mars rules Aries.
Right.
And so these are the layers of the conversation that is happening between what you asked, all of this Aries, which you're referring to sort of like a stellium. A true academic stellium is different than this. It's 3 or more planets in one sign in one house within a very tight orb of each other. But what we're experiencing, even though it's not a true stellium, is, as you mentioned, a saturation of Aries energy and sort of a continuation from Aries season at the beginning of this year. And that's really unique. I've been looking forward to this year for a while, just to really experience this, what I've been, I guess, calling an extended Aries, like a launch pad. Like the launch pad of Aries season has been built out this year. And I really see that because all of these outer planets, why do I say that? The outer planets that switched into Aries during Aries season, and now we have all of this Aries still lingering all the way into Gemini season. It's going to stay with us, This is a launch pad for whatever we just built, to not just go and just get over the finish line, as most Aries energy is just built to get over the finish line. There's nothing else. What do we do now? I don't know. Sign up for another race. But this seems to be giving us a little bit of fuel to, it's a great time to birth new creations and to initiate new things. And we are coming up on a switch of the nodal axis. And these are the nodes of destiny, switching the time river, opening, if you will, giving us access to destiny and timelines. And do we want to complete some of them that we've been working on and allow them to come to a close? Do we want to continue clinging on to that? Do we need to finish it still? What these things come up for debate. They come up for opportunity during the nodal shift. And so I'm really seeing that having this extended Aries energy is like a launch pad that's giving us longer ramps so that we can really jump over that Grand Canyon, so to speak, and go the distance. I think that the things that are being initiated now stand the chance of also be patient. It could take up to 9 years, a decade for some of these things to fully develop and bloom. And I think that Aries energy is really used to instant gratification. So this is where it'll be a little bit unique.
Yeah, and that's crazy, and how that plays with the other Mars ruled sign, Scorpio, and its other ruling planet, Pluto, over here in Aquarius. Yeah, just sitting there, just calculating the, changing our destinies, changing the world as we know it, right? How do you think that Pluto in Aquarius factors into the equation of like how we prepare for the chasm, the canyon, so to speak, that we're about to jump over?
Yeah, Pluto in Aquarius has been, it's been hanging out there for a little while now. Pluto moves very, very slow. It's our outer planet, and so it takes a while for it to complete the conversation with the sun, with the rest of the planets in the solar system. And so we just started. We are just getting started with Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto, the great undertaker, the transformer, the alchemizer. This is birth, but there has to be a burn down first. There has to be that fertilization that comes from the ash so that something new can grow. It really seems to be that when you have Pluto in the sign of Aquarius, this is sort of dissolving systems. It's interesting because it's a fixed sign, and the fixed signs really like systems. They really like organization. They like things to be compartmentalized and to stay the same. But Aquarius is a different fixed sign. Aquarius is one of the most unique and fascinating signs of the zodiac for me because of the ruling planets.
And because it's your moon sign.
It is also because it's my moon sign. But you've got 2 planets associated with Aquarius, right? Aquarius and Saturn, I think, play really well together. But Aquarius and Uranus. Uranus is the main planet associated with that sign. And Uranus is, plot twist, the plot twist. Uranus is the change, is innovation, and Aquarius is known for innovating systems. So Aquarius will come in and say, all right, we know that there has to be structure and order. Show me how you're doing this. Okay, who made that idea up? Oh, somebody in the 50s? Great. How does that still apply to what we're doing here? And have you applied new technology? So Aquarius will take that system, turn it upside down, pull the wires out, use what's relevant, and build a new system on top of it. And this is the 11th sign of the zodiac. This is really, in my opinion, the final, when we're looking at it through, I really see that we sort of get different examples of how we journey energetically through the signs or through the zodiacal wheel from the first house or the first sign all the way to the 12th. And I do experience the 11th house and the 11th sign to sort of represent the final destination point for the human experience. Everything in the 12th house is, other realm. Yeah. It's another place.
Otherworldly.
Yeah. So I believe that how are they interacting with each other? It's really creating space. It's creating an open mind. It's creating curiosity. We see Gen Alpha with incredible intelligence and ability to process data and analyze if it works for them or if they're going to reject it completely and do something totally different. It's a really unique time. And again, we're just getting started with this energy. One thing that I encourage anybody who is interested in what we're talking about to do is just find out when, what was happening in the world last time Pluto was in Aquarius. find out what was going on.
That's some good homework.
Last time, Pluto was in Aquarius, and we had all of these signs in Aries, for instance. That's another specific, what was going on at that time. Right. And so this really does touch on, I just want to say really quick, people talk about, fortune telling with astrology, and I even when I travel abroad, when I do astrology in Europe, oftentimes there's a disconnect between like, you're fortune telling, you're telling someone's fortune. No, this is all predictive mathematics. Right. This is all based off of trends and what has happened before, and a data collection system of the ephemeris.
Because it's all happened. It's all happened already.
It's all happened already, and there are small changes. It takes thousands of years for things to go back to where they almost were. I don't think it's actually even possible for the same exact day or moment or event, mathematically speaking, in our solar system to happen twice, because there's too many X factors that can happen over thousands of years for it to get back to that rotational moment where every single planet and every single asteroid and every single everything in our orbit around the sun is exactly back where it was. And so it's
and it never will be exactly the same, right? Because we have Polaris, right? The North Star.
Exactly.
That's always shifting.
Exactly.
Ever so
the
slowly.
The progression of the equinox. It's always moving.
Yeah, it's always moving. We won't be alive when the North Star goes into a different sign.
Enthralling.
Like, we won't be alive for it.
This is our North Star.
Yeah.
This is our North Star.
Right.
We chose this century, this millennia, this time. In reality, this North Star. You can still look into the sky, you guys, and see the former North Star.
Right.
You can still see it.
Right.
And so I just, I'm a little bit of a nerd. I get excited.
It's so fascinating. So Pluto in Aquarius, right? And then all this Mars energy, I'm reflecting on everything that's been happening lately. The rise of AI.
Yeah.
I'm a software engineer. I'm a developer. So, AI is moving very fast. To me, AI is like an Aquarius concept. It's also like a Plutonian concept, like deep transformation. And knocking down old systems, technology, networks, and the Mars energy, Mars and Saturn, the Aries energy, Saturn and Aries, right? Speed, right? Aries is all about speed, right? So AI is just moving so fast.
Yeah.
So incredibly fast. Like every single day there's a new model update. Every single day there's a new technology. Every single day somebody's approaching me saying, "Hey Marvin, have you tried using this AI tool and that AI tool that can do this and that?"
Everywhere.
And it's changing the fabric of society. It's changing the job market, whether people want to admit it or not.
Oh, yes.
People are getting laid off like crazy.
In positions that they shouldn't have ever had to face that, based off of the rhetoric that was given by not just educational institutions, but also financial institutions. This is job security, go into these tech fields, and now these are the very fields that are being axed because of AI.
Right.
That they developed.
Right, exactly. The narrative that was given to us, us being like, I guess, the millennial generation, has shifted. Like that narratives have shifted. Like it's no longer about, and this goes back to Pluto and Aquarius. Like
absolutely.
We're transforming the entire narrative of how we make a living.
Well, we have to all of a sudden, and this is something I was really aware and kind of dialed in, looking forward to Pluto switching into Aquarius for at least 5 years leading up to it because of this. And it's amazing how quickly the fabric of a whole society could change. And look how quickly it has changed.
Right.
And now all of a sudden we're not looking for how I feel like the rhetoric when the millennials were sort of going into like career fields and stuff, how closely can you get to computers? How can you work and do things like a computer, right? Now they do everything in that realm. So now we're looking at fields that are what is a human being gonna still be valuable to do? My son, for instance, he's 10 years old. He wants to be a pilot. He's already got flying hours. He's obsessed with the concept of being a pilot. He has already started becoming aware of the fact that AI may develop to a point before he even gets old enough to fly legally a plane by himself, right? Like work in the field, the AI may take that over.
Right.
Or influence his ability to get a job in that field.
Right.
This is a pilot. Mm-hmm. You know, we have entire movies and genres and an entire pop culture centered around the archetype of the pilot and the stewardess and all of this.
Right.
And now that is literally potentially going to be something that's no longer relevant.
Right.
And that's really fast.
It is fast. And I think, like, in your son's case, I think the concept of a pilot, it might be transformed.
Mm-hmm.
Like Plutonian, Scorpion, like, it might be transformed.
Maybe you're, like, on a video game, and now you're, like, but think,
flying
the plane. Yeah, I don't know.
Or think about, like, Star Wars or, like, Star Trek.
Yeah.
Like, you're on the bridge, and you're just talking to the ship.
Yeah.
You're saying, ship, turn on warp drive.
There you go.
Ship. Turn left, turn right. Like,
that's
instead of actually putting your hands on the steering wheel.
What a great Aquarius point what you just made. I just want to highlight that, because what makes that so excellent for reference, Marvin, is that it's still a plane.
Right.
But it's still doing the same thing that it's supposed to do, but now it's flying through space, because the age is now space and not just Earth atmosphere.
Right.
And it's doing it in a new way. Mm-hmm. And that is I wish that people understood that about Aquarius, because Aquarius comes in and really does it can feel really overwhelming. It can feel really like cold and detached and like, do you even care about the collateral damage?
Nope.
No, because it's for the greater good, bro. Like, if you guys would just listen, we're trying to do the same thing that you're trying to do. I feel like that's what Aquarius is always saying. It's like, listen, we have the same goal. We are just doing it in different ways, and my way is better.
Right.
That's what Aquarius wants everybody to know.
Yeah, no, and Aquarius is like, no, this is the way we're doing it.
This is the way we're doing it, right?
Yeah. Like, it's giving like
well, Capricorn
Thanos.
already gave us permission, so like, as long as Capricorn's on board, and Capricorn is always on board with Aquarius. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Usually, they in cahoots.
They are in cahoots
because there's perspective there. Capricorn is up there at the midheaven and has the eagle eye perspective and is able to make that discernment. There's perhaps no more discerning sign than Capricorn. At least they're supposed to be.
I feel like, because Capricorn, like, they build to last, right? They're building for future generations. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They don't even care about being alive. They don't care about life. They don't care about being alive. Like, when what they're building comes to fruition, they don't. They're like, I'm going to build this thing. I don't care who dies. I don't care if I die. This thing's getting built. It's
going to get built in a way that will stand so that, like, ancestors can stand upon it. But that's their job. They're at the midheaven. This is the pinnacle of the tree of life. Mm-hmm. I understand that inside of that zodiacal wheel, if anybody's ever seen it, it's like a circle. It looks like little pizza slices and little, like, symbols and lines all over it. Mm-hmm. That is... it's all ancient technology, man.
Yeah. And for people who don't know, when she's talking about the midheaven, you want to just, like, quickly explain the midheaven? Like, it's the 10th house, right? Like,
it's the cusp. Mm-hmm. It's the line. It's the little pizza slice between the 9th and the 10th house. Mm-hmm. It's the cusp of the 9th and the 10th house. So mathematically is what we're referring to. It's the mathematical point on your chart right in the middle, and it creates an opposing line that goes down to your IC. Immune cola, I think is how you can never say the first word.
I think it's imum coeli.
Imum coeli. Thank you. Yeah. And so...
Still might be wrong.
It's probably wrong. Somebody's going to be like, that's how you fucking say it. That's how you fucking say it. Which is fine. Please correct us. We have... that's fine with us.
Nah, it's not fine with me.
Don't fucking correct him.
Correct
me. If you fucking correct him in the comments, I'll come for you.
If you correct Pisces Moon, he will be sad. Shit.
You can correct me, though. That's all right. I'm here to learn.
Aquarius
and
Moon
also,
don't care.
I have a Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury in Sagittarius. That's a fire sign. Mm-hmm. It is not my job to literally inform you. It is my job to inspire you. Okay? You can fact check me. And if you find out that it's like 17 horses instead of 24, like I said, that's fine. That's fine with me. Did you get the point? Did you feel something while I was talking? My job here is done.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Go ask Taurus if you want literal, accurate data. Or Virgo. Virgo has that for sure. With receipts.
Oh, man. Mm-hmm. So, do you want to change gears?
I'm ready.
All right. So, let's change gears. We're not going to do the roast yet. I have a few questions that I want to ask. Those were just off the top of my head. These are actually wrote down.
He's prepared.
You said a few things. Me and Josie, we hang out all the time. We sing karaoke. We study. We do all types of stuff. And sometimes she says these things and I write it down and I'm like, I'm going to have to talk about this on the show because like this is crazy.
Oh God, what did you write down? What did I say?
So the first thing, we were talking about something. We were talking about somebody. And we happen to know, you know who this person is.
Oh no.
They work at a place that we frequent. They actually are one of the owners of a place that we frequent.
Oh
I'm not going to say it.
Oh my gosh, tea is happening right now.
But this person has a Pisces sun. And you said something to along the effects of, you know, that's, you know, that's really crazy, especially for a Pisces sun as a man. Oh. Now, what exactly is significant about a male Pisces sun? Why is that different? Like, I mean, we know it's different, but very when you said that, what were you thinking about?
Yeah, I mean, I was probably like in like probably in a different state of mind. No, Pisces men are first and foremost precious children of God. Okay, I want to make this clear. I want to make that clear. The Pisces men are
you are so loved. Good. You are so good at PR. You're great at
loved. You guys are loved and special and unique, and your feelings are really important. Okay, they're so important to us and to you. So important to you. No, I think that societally and like culturally, at least in our little microcosm of the West Coast, from what I experience and what I've experienced all over the country anyways, from my perspective, it seems that it seems to be a little bit hard to be the archetype of the man that has been assigned by society and social expectations. It's hard to ask Pisces to do that. It's really hard to ask Pisces to conform to anything outside of their true authenticity. They are limitless, they are boundless. So then you give them a form. Hey, this is the shape of a man, you know? And I think that women have been conditioned and oppressed and shifted into a tolerable and containable and pleasurable form, and it's something that has been systematically done and like broken our spirits into just taking the form that the patriarchy requires. Men have not gone through that character development. Okay, y'all just have not done that. And so then Pisces, and what do I mean by that? I mean that we are currently, as far as I can tell, still operating in a patriarchal society.
100%. This is the patriarchy.
This is the patriarchy. So
the patriarchy, it negatively affects men too, guys. So
it is.
This is not a male bashing event.
It is against men. The patriarchy is not by men for men. Men are victims of the patriarchy.
That's a fact.
From my perspective, men are the absolute scapegoats of the patriarchy. But when we're talking about the traditional, and like everybody has different experience and a definition of what man is, and so we're just referring to the male archetype of Pisces, right? Pisces manifested in the male energy. I think especially if this is like a cis assigned male, this is even more challenging because that is a role that is defined, and Pisces just has a hard time with that. And so there is like a masking that I think has to happen in order for a lot of not just male Pisces, but all Pisces have to develop some form of exoskeleton, from my perspective, in order to just leave the house, in order to just experience exchanging energy with others, because Pisces auric field is very porous. It's extreme. That where do you think the empathy comes from? There's very few lines. It's very blurry. So yeah, it is it's an emotional experience for them. If we're gonna get onto the petty scale, I think that it's kind of like what I alluded to earlier. Their feelings are very important to them. And that's the little sneaky thing about Pisces. Everybody's like, oh, Pisces is so, empathetic, and Pisces cares so much about everyone's feelings. No, Pisces cares about feelings. Number one, their own, because they can't really see much past their own feelings because they're so saturated and inundated in their own feelings.
It's like they're blended with the energy that's around them because they're boundaryless.
And then your feelings, where your feelings begin and their feelings end, it all starts to blur. And so it's
like they are you and you are them.
Exactly. So a little bit like it's hard actually. Small hot take, if you're like trying to communicate with a Pisces about your feelings, you're not going to be able to do that, even though they care about your feelings more than anything and they want to know about them. They cannot fucking hear you or experience your feelings as your feelings until you acknowledge their feelings. Just acknowledge their feelings first. Just I can see that you're feeling something. Do you want to explain what that is? Probably don't ask Pisces ever to explain how they're feeling. Scratch that. Would you like to express? Maybe they could interpretive dance how they're feeling. Pisces is not the word sign. Pisces is not usually the one to express the feelings.
Yeah, they might sing it.
They might sing it. They'll put it in a painting.
Right.
You know, you might see it in the way that they're dressed, in the way that their body language. For sure, Pisces does not hide their face. Like, whatever, if Pisces doesn't want to be there, Pisces is like,
so they have like Pisces bitch face?
It's stank eye. It's literally like, example, my baby sister.
She a Pisces?
You know who you are.
Oh.
Okay.
Got him.
Pisces stellium, sun, moon, and Mercury in the 9th house. So Beautiful. She's basically a villain. And she has a Cancer rising for honorable mention. She's precious. I love her so much. But she is, in fact, a villain. And example, if you invite this precious child of God to go with you to do something like an activity, like a concert or like a show or like an event that you worked really hard to put on, and they are not personally interested in the genre of music, or they don't like the people that are going to be there, or it's going to be hot outside and they don't like to be in the sun, whatever the fuck. Any fucking reason.
Anything that causes them pain or discomfort.
Or anything like that. If they don't want to do something, they're not going to do it. And if you somehow get them to do it, forcing them, blackmailing them, whatever it takes to get my sister to go, right? You get her to go, and then she's there. We're at the concert. And we're like, yeah, this is so great. Oh my gosh, Cassie, thank you for coming. And you look over, and she's like...
It's like, I'm like this.
I'm here. Yeah.
I'm here because you made me.
Yeah, no, it's great. Thanks. No, I'm fine. I don't want a hot dog. Thanks. Woo. Go sports. You know, like they will not fucking fake it for you. Like, I don't think that Pisces is faking orgasms anytime soon. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Good to know.
Yeah. That's my hot take.
I love it. Pisces. I love that. Okay, that's really good. One more, and then we'll go to the roast. This actually goes into the roast. Let's talk about Leo real quick.
Leo. Oh man, I love to roast Leo. You said Leo needs it. Talk about character development.
Yeah, you said Leo doesn't get roasted enough.
No.
And I said, because they're royalty. They have an attitude like, I am, therefore I deserve.
I am, therefore I deserve. Yeah, that's
this entitlement.
Like we should redo that as Leo's motto. Every sign has like a motto, an established motto. That's I am, therefore I deserve. Now listen, I'm shit talking myself. I want to be this really clear. I have a Leo rising and I have a Leo south node and my son's in the 5th house. So this is all fair game here. So before y'all come for me getting all petty, you need it. All right? Especially Leo, because Leo, everybody's like, oh, Leo is so great. Or they'll be like, oh, Leo is a little full of themselves, or but Leo doesn't get enough credit for one thing, how villainous they are. They're the villain. They're usually the villain, and they're so pretty. It's almost like the situation where you have like pretty privilege, where you're walking through the like airport, and you have like, I'm not going to say airport because I'm going to get arrested. You're walking through the grocery store, and like everybody's just like, hi, how are you? Oh, I love your purse. It's so cute. But they don't know that you got a gun in the bag. They don't know, and they would never
that's why
guess.
You said airport.
They would never guess.
Hilarious.
They would never guess because you're just so pretty. You're just like, on my nails and look at my hair. I just got to blow out, and so I just think that like Leo be steady getting away with shit, like under the guise of like, look how like, oh my god, I would never, because I'm just so.
And then they let it get to their head.
They do.
They're like, yeah, I get all this privilege because I deserve it.
Because I deserve
it. I deserve this. It's like when people say, like, I deserve this trip. Or I deserve to spend this money on this thing I don't need.
Usually when somebody is doing that, though, like they're justifying something and they know, they know. But this is the pitfall. This is the pitfall with Leo. Leo deserves all of that acknowledgement and like, but it has to be for things that you're like actually earning. And so if Leo isn't spending enough time developing their own character and their own goals and working on themselves, and they're just in performance mode and getting the applause, then there won't be anything of substance. Leo is not an air sign. I cannot repeat this enough. Leo, look at me right now.
Who thinks they're an air sign? Oh, okay.
Leo, you are not a fucking Libra. I know you want to be a Libra, but you are not a Libra. Right. Date the Libra, get a PR person that is a Libra. You are not a Libra, okay? So, like, what does that mean? That means that you have to build things. You have to, like, do things. You have to, like, move. You cannot just be a goldfish. I love you, Libra. I love you. You do things, too. You do things, too. But Libra, if anybody's going to skate through life on pretty privilege, it's going to be Libra.
It's going to be Libra
come
for
on,
sure.
Right? And so, I feel like that burns Leo a little bit, and Leo's like, but I'm pretty, I should be able to just like sit next to Libra and do nothing. And it's like, no, you are a warrior. You have to protect the village whenever that one threat comes that nobody else can face except for you. You are a fire sign. And so what will happen with Leo is Leo will start to feel like shit about themselves because being pretty is not enough for them. Being pretty is not enough for them. They want it to be enough for them, but they have this deep sense of purpose. Leo is the sun. The purpose of the sun is to hold the entire solar system together. Feeds life, the plants, the animals, everything is based off of the sun. That is not just adoring the sun for no reason. That is the center of life. It has a very important job to do. And so Leo has to be aware at all times of their purpose and their special talents. And they have to be fostering and nurturing these things. Otherwise, they do turn into an absolute fucking villain. And then there's this self-fulfilling, I deserve this, I exist, therefore I am. Yes, sunshine, you do exist, therefore you deserve. But you have to do your fucking job. You have to do your job. Go and build yourself up into that, into whatever that is. Because Leo, one thing about Leo is they need to feel like it's a genuine compliment, and there's nothing you can do. Oh man, I can't stress this enough. There's nothing you can do to get Leo to believe that they look good in that outfit. They have to feel good in the outfit. To a certain degree, they already know that everybody's going to think that they look good, and so giving them that compliment of like, no, this looks so great, why don't you want to wear it? What do you mean you want to change? They have to change because they don't feel the way that they genuinely need to feel. And now your compliments about how good they look are actually irritating. Because I don't feel that way. I don't feel like I look good in this, or the way that I want to look for this party. I'm going to go change. Now your compliments are upsetting me because I don't feel the way that you're talking. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that kind of relates to something I read by Stephen Forrest. The Book of Fire actually talks about Leo, and it's related. They basically said that Leo, they care about compliments from people that are not directly associated with them, people that they don't care about. But what really feeds them is when someone that they're close to, someone that they actually care about their opinion, gives them a compliment that's meaningful. It's like if you're meaningful, like if your mother gave you a compliment versus like some stranger. Like the Leo cares more about the mother's compliment because it's like, that's my mother. Provided that he or she has a good relationship with their mother.
Of course. Well, even if not, then they care even more because that's somebody that they haven't won their approval or they haven't gotten that. But I completely agree. Leo is loyal to the person. Leo cares more about certain people's opinion than an entire auditorium of applause. Because they know that they know that they're hot. They know that they look good. But it's like, what does that mean? What does that actually mean? So complimenting a Leo on something that they've done, something that they've accomplished, how they did that thing in a special, unique way. It's not enough just to say, oh my God, you sang that song so beautifully. It is gotta be, you sang that in a way that I have never heard before. that is going to hit totally different because Leo really wants to be unique.
Right.
The axis of Leo and Aquarius really just wants to be unique.
Right. Right. By the way, this podcast was brought to you by Stellium Adventures and Titus Tax Pros, as well as Raw Ascension. Please reach out to Money Marv, reach out to myself for all your tax needs, business consultation needs, technology needs. If you need some tech, you need some software built or updated, reach out to my homegirl Jozie for all your astrological needs, all your raw food needs, etc.
Yeah.
So just wanted to say that. So yeah. Cool. So Leo, I know you love the fact that we talked about you for a while, but we're gonna switch gears. Please don't be upset. But don't worry, we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back to you. We're gonna get back to you because we're about to roast every single sign. We're gonna do like we did last time.
For this.
Yep. We're gonna time box it to 2 minutes per
like
sign.
That. I think that's really important. I bust my book out. I got some books here just to roast y'all properly. Okay, don't worry.
You wanna share the book? What book are you reading?
Oh, this is like an oldie but a goodie.
What's it called? And who's the author?
Keywords for Astrology, and I will not even pretend.
I think it's Hajo Banzaf and Anna Habler. Keywords for Astrology.
We will try to post this in the places where we can post things, but highly recommend this. It is very educational in terms of like, there's just a lot of data.
Man,
it's very good.
I'm about to get that book now.
It has been in my collection for a very long time.
Nice. Every book Jozie talks about, I get.
It's falling apart.
Sweet. Okay.